Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, League of Legends players alike. We have the second scrim between team. On the blue team, we have Keep Calm, Pull Drones, and on the purple team, we have Vicious Delicious. Vicious Delicious, rolling out with their general team, but they are missing their AD carry from before Beach, who is now replaced with actually Kage Moha, and they switched Dead Tired to be support, which is something new that they haven't done before. And this is Attackfang speaking. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Own3D. All you have to do is put /Attackfang. And with me right here is 0ctaviah, who has been my co-caster for a little bit now. She did some amateur tournament with me last night, and she's doing some scrims with me today. You can find her on Twitter /0ctaviah. Make sure you put the 0 instead of the O. And also press D to dance. 0ctaviah would like to introduce the teams.
Absolutely. Hi guys, it's great to be here. This is the second game. We're really excited to see how the scrim is going to pan out. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the teams. We have on the team Keep Calm, Pull Drones. Flying Candy Dong is going to be playing a support Galio. Smokey33 is going to be playing an AD Ezreal, so that's the bottom lane. Foul Incident is going to be a jungle Olaf. Super Kyle is going to be Vladimir, who's going to either mid or top. We're not quite sure yet, because there's also a Kinnan for Sacred Infinity as well, and they both have Ignite, so who knows. On the other team, we have Kagemahu on Graves. We have Dead Tired, who is on Janna. Lawler Fail on Jungle Udyr. We have Singed for Mr. Coley, and Yidra on Katarina for the mid as well. So, welcome to the game, guys. We're just gonna get started up here.
Yeah, and no jungle invasion for level 1. We do, they do just basically take their race respectively. Olaf is going to go over, grab his blue, while Udyr is going to grab his blue. Pretty standard stuff you see, no big aggression here. We do have a top lane set up here. We have Singed top versus Kennen. Kennen actually known to counter Singed. How do you think that lane will actually end up? Will Kennen actually counter Singed?
I am really excited to see. I don't really get to see Singed played that much, which is a shame because he's a fantastic champion. As you guys know, he has his ultimate, which just gives him so much power to tower dive and take people out. And versus Kinnan, who is very quick, a lot of damage output, and his ultimate also, and the stuns as well. So I think it's going to be a very aggressive lane. I'm really excited to see who comes out on top here. Yeah,
meanwhile mid lane, we have Katarina and Vladimir. Vladimir having that extra early game. He generally actually is a hyper carry. He does not really have a strong early game, but against Katarina it's definitely very strong because Katarina doesn't really have the damage output to be able to trade. As you can see there, Yidra doing her bouncing blades and Shunpo, but unable to do enough damage. It kind of hurts Super Kyle, who just is able to use his transfusion and his Tides of Blood, to be able to pick up a better trade.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to point out that Foul Incident running out with very, very low health there. I thought he was going to die to jungle creeps. He almost died to red there.
And he actually popped Ghost, try to get out of that. Olaf, being a particularly strong top lane, not really seen too much in the jungle. I have seen Dan Din of Team 4Not Gaming doing a lot of jungle Olaf, trying to keep that new style, because with the Olaf buffs, we have been seeing a lot of Olaf's top. We have been, Hotshot GG did it a lot in the tournament. We've seen a lot of Olaf's top, and not that many jungle. And we do have a pink going out for Lawler Fail, going on the Sacred Infinity. Sacred Infinity is going to throw the Q out. He does know that Udyr is there, and just going to give him a little bit of love tap, saying, you can't gank me today.
Lawler Fail wandering off in his little bear form saying, hey, I was gonna gank you. That's funny.
And, Udyr actually almost 4, is probably gonna hit 4 from these rays. 2 level advantage on Olaf because he just messed up going straight for that red, not being able to do it in time, having to waste his ghost, just to get out.
Absolutely. Galio is actually taking a lot of damage bottom here. I missed what happened, but he's hurting pretty bad. What do you think of Galio as a support, strictly speaking?
Galio as a support, strictly speaking, he's a little bit weak because he does have that burst, but he does need AP to help that burst going, and it's kind of difficult for Galio to be able to to fully come out as a support. It's basically like I played against a Scion earlier, and it's pretty much the same concept because they do have the same burst ability. And if you have a tanky team, like you have Graves here, and then you have Janna, being able to put the shield up, it's really hard for Galio to be able to do the trades efficiently. And with the shields, Galio, if he does get harassed pretty hard, he's pretty much useless after he goes pretty low because he doesn't have any way to sustain himself back.
I agree. We do have Lawlerfail coming in here. We have Gallia throwing out the ward and seen him just in time, but Lawlerfail is going to do a truckload of damage and get first blood goes to the jungler on Vicious Delicious. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, and it looks like he might try to do a little bit of counter jungling here. It looks like team pulled Keep Calm Pull Drones does know that he's doing golems, and you know they do see him. He does pick up the big golem. He's just gonna run by, but he does get the bear stance on him and the ignite. Oh, he does get the actually not ignite. The ignite was put on the Udyr. So, you know he's able to flash out, but you know he is pretty low. He doesn't have much mana, and Kagemoha and Dead Tired are gonna come in to join, but they're not actually gonna pick up a kill.
Yeah, they were escorting him out, saying, "Hey, okay, you had your fun. Get out before they kill you."
Yeah, and you know, Ezreal, you know, popping both of his summoners just to get out. Sorry, he did not use flash. He used his E, which is actually max second, which generally you see a lot of Ezreals going, you know, Extens Flux level 4, you know, instead of going the Arcane Shift at, you know, 2 stacks, just because like how much mana it costs and the extra burst, you know, to be able to do that 3 combo. What do you think Smokey was thinking there, just trying to get that second level?
I'm not really sure. I'm not terribly familiar with Ezreal. I do know that he is a very bursty champ, and he can farm really well. I'm curious to see how pairing up with Galio is gonna, you know, we have the more traditional combo of Janna and Graves as well, and you see so much aggression going down on Smokey 33 because Graves just, his burst is so strong. I'm wondering if Ezreal can keep up, you know?
Yeah, and it's gonna be really hard for Ezreal, you know, to kind of keep up on Graves, because Graves is applying a lot of pressure. He is 13 CS ahead, and taking a look at mid here too. We have Katarina 44 and Vladimir 25. You know, Katarina able to keep her own, along with, you know, hitting 6 first, you know, getting the extra advantage, and she's just able to keep farming away while Supercar has to stay back. Foul Instant is waiting on the wings, you know, with red buff, could possibly get a good gank here. Gank here in mid. Yidra is going to initiate here, but she's actually just going to back off. She's pretty low. They might actually have a chance of diving here, but you know, with her ability to shun post, it's probably be a pretty bad choice on team Keep Calm Pull Drones.
Though for the advantage of Vlad, he can pull when Katarina ultimates, so that might get him out of some close spaces there as well. So
yeah, completely agree. Now they do ping for the blue buff. Yeah, it depends on which blue buff. You know, Katarina is not very blue reliant. You know, she can use it for the extra cooldowns, but you know, maybe extra cooldown, especially for Killer Instinct, which is generally on a really high cooldown. Yeah, Shinpo right now is actually at an 8 to 9 second cooldown, so she might actually pick up this blue to actually no,
like Lawlerfail is saying, no, I use mana and you don't. So yeah, go ahead and take that.
Okay, yeah, he does need the extra mana because his abilities early definitely do cost a lot of mana coming in. And we do have an engage happening bottom. You know, we do have Smokey going down pretty low. Kagemoha is going to run across the side. The flash happens from Dead Tired, and they are going to auto attack, and the Smoke Screen goes down. Kagemoha burns his flash, and he picks up the kill. 2-0 Vicious Delicious.
Absolutely. And he saw that both of them burn their flash there, but it was totally worth it. They knew that that's what they needed to secure the kill, and they got it. So great work. Kagemoho actually being the support last game on an 80 carry here as well, so he's doing a great job.
Yeah, already picking up, you know, the getting the extra kill and the extra CS, being able to push this wave. You know, Vicious Delicious being able to get it done, especially farming-wise. You know, they do have Katarina holding a 15 CS advantage. You know, Vladimir did come back, so she's going to be able to hold this wave, but she might actually try to push it down. You know, that could be a lost wave for Vladimir. Yeah, it's going to actually be a lost wave for Vladimir and XP. You know, Lawlerfail having an advantage over Olaf in terms of an extra kill and some extra CS because he had to go back at level 2. Olaf coming across the side, but he's not going to be able to find Graves at bottom lane. And, you know, just every person on the other team, except for the exception of, actually every single person on the other team has just been, on Vicious Delicious' team, has been able to farm way more efficiently than team Keep Calm Pull Drones.
Which is surprising, because isn't Vladimir supposed to be, you know, a pretty good farmer?
Yeah, especially with Katarina, because Katarina is a melee champion, so if he does get close, she can get harassed really hard by not only early game Vladimir's auto attacks, but eventually when his transfusion gets a lower cooldown and his Tides of Blood becomes quite a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, we do see Katarina going in here, and Super Kyle will pull, but Lawlerfail is waiting in that bush. We have Yidra ulting Super Kyle with very, very low health. He is ignited. He will get away with a sliver of life. That was very, very close.
And you saw them, both of them popping the summoners, not actually able to pick up a kill, but Super Kyle just, not only does he, Yidra is at 300 HP, but, she does know that Olaf did not come over to help, Udyr, I think, did see Olaf coming down, so he might actually try to do, there might be a counter gank happening here bottom, or just a regular gank, sorry. Ezreal's gonna come across, see Udyr, he's gonna try to arcane shift across, and they did catch Galio. Galio is gonna go down pretty quickly, burns his flash, even though he was kind of stuck there between a rock and a hard place. 3-0 Vicious Delicious now.
That was a tremendous amount of damage going down on Galio, sadly. We have Graves. He already has 2 Dorans in his, his Berserker Graves, so he's going to be putting out a little more damage. He's also going to be able to sustain better with that Vampiric Scepter, which is going to help out Janna as well. And, Udyr already a hard hitter, so Galio got caught out, didn't really have a chance there.
Yeah, and I completely agree here too. We have Yidra actually paying mid. Lowerfield actually coming in for the gank. Is not able to do it against Super Kyle. He's actually able to pull himself out. And, Vladimir's advantage is, it's really hard to gank. He's really hard to actually try to kill because, Vladimir has that pull. He has that advantage. The extra, he used to before have an extra movement speed when he did pull. But, now he just becomes untargetable and he slows. And it's really hard for Udyr, who just relies on movement speed and his bear stance to kind of run across to get him. It's gonna be hard for him to come over.
For the junglers and admitting against them as well, because you can go in with your ultimate and they'll just pull away. So Vlad putting that to his advantage here in mid lane against Katarina.
And Kolya Singed actually pulling out a very strong advantage onto Kennen, which is generally very rare, especially for Singed players, because Foul Instant is going to catch him, but he is 4 levels behind him. He might actually get caught by Sacred Infinity. The ultimate does come down, and it looks like the Ignite goes down, and Super Kyle actually going to come in on the side. Will he be able to pick it up? He tries to pull out on the side there. Singe just being able to do what Singe does and just run away, especially after popping his ultimate and Ghost.
That is one of the reasons why Singed is just so frustrating. As soon as he ultimates, it's so hard to kill him. And, he took, Secret Infinity has to be, Super Kyle, trying to frantically heal. We have Yidra going in with the ultimate there, and, got him with the bouncing blade, and then Fallon saying, hey, and then we have Rollerfield coming in as well, having to flash out of turret range there and go into turtle stance, so...
Ooh, and the ultimate from Ez. Oh my god, almost takes out Rollerfield.
There, yeah, Rollerfield at very, very low health right now. Olaf is very low as well.
I don't particularly think that was a very good strategy on, I think it was a good strategy on Vicious Delicious part, but I don't think it was coordinated enough. Yidra was backing out as he was running in, and Yidra is going to try to counter jungle here, but she is going to see, she actually does see Olaf running down. The pings do go out. She is just chasing Olaf right now, and he's actually going to try to catch him at these golems right here. Olaf doesn't know, he doesn't have any mana. The ultimate does go down in the Ignite, and Yidra does pick up the kill, and with her passive, she's able to kind of reset some of her abilities. So now she has Shimpo and she has Bouncing Blades up, and her ultimate... She
has 3 levels on him as well, so Olaf is only level 7 right now, so...
Yeah, Olaf is so far behind, especially with Lowerfield actually. Being 8 for quite a while. He's Foul Instant actually just picked up 7, I think, on that Wraith camp. So I mean, it's gonna be really hard for them to do anything. Coley actually counter jungling here, but the blue buff is resetting on the blue side. And it's gonna be
poor Singe has a hard time getting blue.
Singe is trying as hard as possible, but I don't know, they might actually end up going to Lowerfield. Yeah, Lowerfield picks it up. Coley doesn't really need it too much. He's doing really well in this lane. He has probably about 30-some CS over Kennen. Kennen's not going to be able to do anything right now because Singe is, did pick up his Catalyst, does have his Merc Treads. He has 109 armor with his ultimate. It's going to be really hard for Kennen to actually do anything, but she has to land quite a chain of things to actually take out Singe in that lane.
I agree. Kennen getting really, really out-farmed top lane. Even with all of that time out of lane, we saw Coley, for some reason, being between 2 of the enemy turrets for a long time when he almost died down there. So even with all of his time out of lane, he's still massively out-farming this Kennen, who's at 70 CS versus Singe's 104. He'll be purchasing that Rod of Ages very soon.
Yeah, looking at his gold now, he might actually be able to afford it. Looking at his gold, he is at 673, so he does need just a little bit more gold, to be able to get that Rod of Ages, get himself a little bit more, a little bit tankier, get that extra 2 ability power, and I think it's about 30 to 40 HP every minute. you know, up to a maximum of 10 minutes. Rod of Ages is pretty strong on Singe. It's a general common core item for Singe. Some people do get Rylai's first, but generally you do want to go Rod of Ages. And you know, Flying Candy Thong does go down bottom lane. Whilst Kagemo, I caught the tail end of that. And oh, top lane, there was a gank. I missed that one too. Coley and Yidra actually being able to take it out. Yidra popping his ultimate and just picking up the kill there. You know, Coley does have that advantage top lane. You know, and Yidra just has that advantage mid. It's just really hard for team keep calm, pull drones, you know, just kind of get back into this game. You know, they already down a solid 7k gold.
Absolutely, and I just want to point out that Lollertail was soloing Dragon for a long time before the rest of his team came along at level 9, which is pretty impressive there. We do have him going in on Foul Incident, who did get kind of, he gives him an axe to the face, and he is going to go in because we have Ezreal coming in as well to try and help.
Yeah, we do have him trying to help, and we do have the Tiger stance coming up. The field does go up, but that is not enough for Ezreal to survive. Kagemo does pick up the kill, and meanwhile, Coley does take top turret while all of this is happening. Katarina does come down and does pick up the kill on Olaf using her ultimate, and she does get the reset, and Lollerfail does pick up the kill on Galio. That is a killing spree for Lollerfail.
Absolutely, and the kills are going to all the right people. We have 3 kills on Graves already, 3 kills on Udyr, and 4 kills for Miss Katarina, which is going to make her a very, very happy mid. She is going to go in and see what's going on in mid, and that was a 3 for no exchange there, so. And
another thing we were talking about before about, you know, actually Yidra going on Super Kyle, you know, has that red. Coley does pop his ghost, but is he going to be able to make it in time? Coley does have the ability to just kind of dive him. Dead Tire coming across on the side, and Yidra and Coley's Fling and Shenpo respectively do pick up the kill, and Yidra's got the reset from the kill, does get stunned, and she is going to go down. Actually, she's away with 81 HP, but can she get away? No. Foul Incident is able to do the undertow and finish her off, and gets the shutdown and the extra 439 gold.
Yep, first kill for Keep Calm Pull Drones. Sad day for Miss Katarina. I was just bragging about you and your 5 kills, but she will go home, happily pick up her Gunblade.
On the flash by Lollerfail on the Sacred Infinity, but he's actually able to flash out though. And we do have some action happening. Oh, Flying Candy is almost gonna go down, but Tiger Stance does take him out. Sacred Infinity pops his ult a little bit too late, does not hit anyone. That is a sad cannon, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. The score now 1-12 in favor of Vicious Delicious. We have an incredible gold advantage, unfortunately, about 10k in favor of Vicious Delicious as well. Graves sitting at 140 farm. You know, we have 120 on Singe, 120 on Katarina, and it's definitely showing as far as the gold goes.
And it's really hard to tell the difference from not having Beach in, you know, in comparisons, you know, with the Dead Tire. You know, Dead Tire actually being the only person that on team Vicious Delicious that is not ranked. Kagemaha is actually going to go out. He's sitting on 2,200 gold. He's probably going to finish his Infinity Edge. Buy that Infinity Edge, you know, get a lot of damage. There it is, the Infinity Edge. And
sure, it's gonna make him so scary with all of that crit. You have 80 attack damage. It is like candy to 80 carries.
And the special thing about it is that your crits, instead of doing 200% damage, do 250%. So that is so much for an AD carry. A lot of AD carries go Infinity Edge first, especially when you're in a ranged team. A lot of solo queue, you know, depends. You could get something tanky first. For example, Corki does like going Trinity Force when it's a solo queue. But, you know, when you have an arranged team, though, you have the team to protect you. You know, they do have Singe and Udyr, who, meanwhile, are coming across behind. We do have a team fight coming on. You know, we have Coley coming across. He does fling Sacred Infinity. Ultimate comes down from Super Kyle. He does get the ignite off on Kagemoha, and he's actually not going to be able to finish him off. You know, he's taking the tower, and kills go down for Yidra. She gets a triple kill, and Sacred Infinity meanwhile is getting flinged by Coley, and it's just so much damage. Is the poison actually going to finish him off? No, he goes down to 5 HP. Wow, that is a 3-for-0 exchange for Team Vicious Delicious.
And, you know, that was incredible. We did see Singe go in and fling Kinnan, and then, you know, wow, you're actually picking up the kill on Vladimir there as well. So that was almost an ace, ladies and gentlemen, all due to that little Katarina with her ultimate. Yeah, it's so powerful if it's not interrupted.
Yeah, Katarina was able to finish off that Olaf right there, and it was That was a very good. That was four exchanges. Yeah, his ult got canceled instantly. Worst ult ever. Even though he did pick up that triple kill. I was watching Vladimir. Vladimir was trying to chase down Kage Mohau, trying to pick up that kill on Graves, but he ventured a little bit too far and took a lot of tower damage. Now I don't think that was the best move on Vladimir's part. He should have stayed with the rest of his team, but he decided to kind of try to tower dive. You know, just to pick up the extra kill, maybe to get some momentum in for the game because they are down 13k gold.
I agree. It's a big deficit here, and Kennen actually going in on Yidra with his ultimate. He does get the stun down. We have flank-anything Song coming in and not doing much as Katarina manages to stroll away. I think Kennen was trying to commit there, and Galio wasn't quite ready. I think they were waiting for Smokey Dirty 3 to catch up. But now Katarina's safely behind her tower. So.
And Galio just really far behind, picking up, you know, he does have Mana Manipulator, he has Philo Stone, but, you know, he's not particularly tanky, only has 1200 HP. You know, that's something that you need to have as a Galio, because, you know, you do have that taunt. It does give reduced damage, but everyone is focusing you if you do hit everyone, and that's pretty bad when your tank that you have right now only has 1200 HP. And the ultimate comes down by Yidra. Oh my god, picks up a triple kill, kind of moves on to the next target, picks up the Quadra. Actually goes on Super Kyle. Actually does not pick up the she picks up the Quadra kill, but Janna does pick up one of the kills and steals the pentakill. I thought she had it though.
Scumbag Janna.
Scumbag Janna, indeed, man, just absolutely just missed that. I think they shouldn't have she dived that a little bit. They shouldn't have as team. God, it's really hard to say their name. Keep calm, full drones. She just shouldn't have went in there before. They shouldn't have went in there before because, you know, they are taking a tower damage, and, you know, the Nexus is going down. That is GG. That is the end of that game. You know, they're able to pull out the win. I think it was 21-1 in favor of Vicious Delicious. I'm Attackfang here, and, you know, you can add me on Own3D, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. All you have to do is put a /Attackfang, and here I'm with Activia. You can add it on Twitter /Octavia. Make sure you put the 0 instead of the O. Octavia, would you like to say anything else before I end this broadcast?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again. It was a great second game. We saw just how Vicious Delicious, you know, great dominating team in team fights, and it was very entertaining. Thank you so much for having me, and everyone should have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, and make sure you guys subscribe. And this was a very interesting game brought to you by Attackfang, and I would also like to thank LoL or Fail for actually being able to bring me into these scrims, so thank you very much, and good game to both teams.